Hi, my name is Nick Moondoggy. Today we're going to be talking about retro video games and if they're worth that price point. Because as somebody that works at a retro video game store, sometimes I see people buy things and I go, why? At the end of the day, I do understand why. It's a lot of nostalgia, right? And also there's a collection aspect to it. People like to collect things from their childhood, and it's not always about the game and the gameplay. But what if we only focused on the game and the gameplay? Would these games even be close to be worth what they're selling for online? Let's find out together. I'll be using price charting today to determine the prices of these games and what they're being sold for. The main thing that I kind of want to do here is make a decision about how much I would pay for these games myself. And how we're going to kind of determine that is by saying, would I pay what it's worth, the loose price? I would never pay the closed-in box price for any of these games we're looking for today. The first game we're going to be talking about today is Final Fight Guy.
スーパーファミコン用ソフトファイナルファイトガイスペシャル CD 付きで3月20日発売
What a name. You know, what a name for a video game. It gets the point across right away. One of my least favorite kind of games is a side-scroller beat-em-up game. And that's exactly what this type of game is. However, what I will say about this game, it does have some fun animations in it. Other than that, it's pretty shallow. You know, a lot of these retro games are kind of like that. There's a shallowness to them. You're just a buff dude and you're beating up other buff dudes. And sometimes that's all we want to do as dudes. We just want to beat other buff dudes up. Maybe kiss them a little. There's no kissing in this game. But if there was kissing, maybe it'd be worth the $400 price point that it's sitting out loose. Now here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to say if I would pay for this game if it came out right now, brand new at $60, or if I would pay for this game at 20 bucks. A friend hits me up and is like, hey, you got to check out this new game. It's just 20 bucks. All right. Yeah, I'll check it out. Is it that fun where it can get me at a $20 price point? Final Fight Guy could not get me at a $20 price point. It's fine, but there's not really anything special about it. The reason this game is so expensive is because they didn't print a lot of them because it was not that successful and it was at the end of the SNES run. That's kind of what happens a lot with a lot of these SNES games especially, and a lot of games in general. The reason they get expensive is they didn't print a lot of them, or it was just extremely popular and not a lot of people were selling them. It's all about the circulation of these games. A game like this isn't that special. There is some fun mechanics, but overall, 20 bucks, 60 bucks, definitely not $400. I would not buy Final Fight Guy. 2 out of 5. Now here's a game that is also a side-scrolling kind of beat-em-up type game. Hurricanes. It's about a soccer team that's in the wilderness. The last time I heard about a soccer team in the wilderness, they all ate each other. Hurricanes, kind of a fun little change of pace for a side-scrolling game. You get to kick a ball around. There's snakes trying to get you. Kind of fun. You know what I mean? You bounce the ball, get little bonuses. There's something about that mechanic of the ball that I really appreciate. And I think that's something that's kind of fun with these retro games when they kind of expand on the mechanics that already are there for them. And Hurricanes kind of does that. Exactly. I get how if you were a collector, you would maybe spend $277 on this or $1,100 in it if it just had a box. But personally, I would not. Fun game though. Would I spend 60 bucks on it if it just came out brand new today? No, it's not that special, but it's fun. I would spend 20 bucks on it though. Honestly, I had fun with this game. I'll probably keep going back to it on my phone from time to time. I had fun with it. I think that it was something that I could really see myself playing on my computer. You know, I enjoyed it. It's a fresh take on a side-scrolling beat-em-up. I would probably give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that takes us into our next kind of side-scrolling beat-em-up game also, because that was the most popular thing back in the day, especially in the SNES era, The Mask.
That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is.
This game didn't have my tongue rolling out on the floor, my eyes popping out of my head. However, same thing as the Hurricanes game. Fun mechanics, a change up of mechanics. Interesting. It's not super good. It's not the best game in the world, but it's, you know, it's a little out there, oddballish. I don't get why a fat guy is throwing a cat at me, if I'll be real. I haven't seen The Mask in a while. Maybe there's a scene where a fat dude's throwing a cat at him, but I truly don't remember that. I love the tornado ability. I like that all the buttons kind of do unique things, because you don't get that sometimes in these games. You know, sometimes they were still in the middle stages of the NES and SNES where it was 2 buttons only. It's fun enough where I'll keep it on my phone. I might play it a couple of times. I liked Hurricanes a little better. Definitely like this more than Final Fight Guy. Would I pay $66 for it, what it's going for? No. Would I pay $60 for it? No. Would I pay 20? See, I said I would about Hurricanes. I would spend 20 bucks on The Mask. It's fun enough. The animation's fun. You know, if I had 20 bucks to throw around, instead of buying Billie Eilish skin on Fortnite, I'd buy The Mask on the SNES and play it. Why not? Next up, Spider-Man Maximum Carnage.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
This one's cool because it comes in a red SNES cartridge. Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, another side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's the same thing. It kind of is different. We're looking at something in the middle of Final Fight Guy and Hurricanes, where, you know, it has like a cool running mechanic because you can swing from the web. You have your web blocker. And maybe if I got a little deeper into this game, I might like it. I do like the animation, you know, kind of look at fun animations. It's fun. You know, it's fine. Does it stick with me? Would I play it tomorrow? Would I pick this over the other 2 games that I said I liked? No. I don't think I would. Would I pick it over Final Fight Guy? Yes. Would I pick it over the other 2? No. Would I spend 60? No. 45? No. 20? Probably not. Possibly if I put a little more time into this game, if it kind of evolves new mechanics and such, I could see me maybe trying to go back to it and get a little deeper into it for sure. The other 2 had this dynamic to them that I kind of really liked and enjoyed, or it felt different from that side-scrolling kind of thing, enough where I could be like, yeah, I would buy those games. Spider-Man Maximum Carnage doesn't really do that for me. Now, let's talk about Super Metroid.
Nintendo's biggest game ever. He's a big boy. He can handle it. Well, let's see how he did.
Super Metroid is a game that I know that they've, you know, recreated a little bit on the Switch. It's gotten some kind of remakes and everything. It's one of my boss's favorite games at my game store. I played it and I actually kind of had low expectations for it. I had never played a Metroid game before. I played this game and it was extremely fun. It is kind of, you know, a side scroller, not a beat 'em up game as much. You have a gun, whatever. Samus is a cool character. It is fun. The movement in it and everything, the weapons that you can eventually gain. There is a lot to love about Super Metroid. And that's obviously why it's still popular to this day, enough where they give it remakes and such. I had a lot of fun with this game. I'm definitely going to play it, you know, days from now. I liked it more than Hurricanes. I liked it more than The Mask. I'd put it in a solid 4. And yeah, I'll be real. If I could put this on my TV and have it in HD and get it brand new, I would pay $60 for Super Metroid. I liked it that much. I would pay $60 for Super Metroid. That's exactly what it is loose. So yeah, that's our first winner right there. Okay, I'd pay for it brand new $60. Would I pay it for it closed in box for $211? Hell no. Now let's get into our most expensive game, Aero Fighters. This game's $1,300. I could not tell you why. Very repetitive, boring gameplay. It's an arcade game, I guess, you know, so there's some nostalgia for it, of it being expensive. It's fine. It's okay. I mean, like, there's something about seeing that it's $1,300 that annoys me, because it made me think it was going to be some really good, super interesting game. And it was, in fact, not. It just reminds me of a game you play in an arcade right now. There's definitely mobile games you can do the same exact thing on. It's not worth anywhere close to this amount. Is it a complete collector's type of game? It is a low amount of them out there in the wild, so people can charge extraordinary amounts for them. I didn't really like this game. I'd put it like a 2, and honestly, I wouldn't pay $60 or $20. I would play it if it was free. and that's it. And if you think that's harsh, I understand, but there's something just kind of like silly about it. It's not, it's boring. It's just boring. Like, I played it for a little bit and I was just bored. I was just bored. Now, Captain Commando.
Captain Commando!
So you kids want to see a future where an arcade fits right under your TV?
Yeah!
And to finish it off, we're back in the side scrollers. Did you miss them? Did you miss the fighting side scrollers? But guess what, man? This one's special. It's got a baby.
Harley Jarvis! Fuck you, Harley Jarvis!
You can play as a baby. So it's automatically a guaranteed 5 stars. No, it's just another side-scrolling fight beat 'em up kind of game. It's kind of fun. It has a little more charm to it than Final Fight Guy. A little less mechanics, honestly. But you can play as the baby, and it's a cool character. I would probably put it about the same as Final Fight Guy. We're looking at like that 2.5 out of 5, you know. Not anything super crazy or special. Definitely not paying the $225 price point for this game, and definitely not paying for it new or at $20. There is better games that do these same mechanics better. I personally like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. This game is just fine. 2.5 stars. Send it out of here. All right. Those are all the games I had for you today. If you thought this series was interesting, please leave a comment. Tell me what other games you'd like me to test out. What other consoles? I'm thinking about focusing on really Nintendo for now, but you know, we'll find out. If you think any of these other games deserved a longer try, also leave that in the comments. I think that's very fair. If you're like, hey, you didn't play enough of this game, I think you'd like it if you played a little deeper. All right, I'll do it. And you know what? I'll bring it back in another video. If you like this, please subscribe. If you think I should keep going on with the series, please tell me. Like the video, subscribe, comment. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. Love you. Have a great day. Go play a retro game that you spent way too much money on and only regret it a little bit. And don't tell your wife how much it was. Bye.